They thought she was weak. They thought she was forgettable. They thought they could break her in front of everyone and walk away untouched. What they did not know was that the woman they humiliated had survived battles far beyond this training ground. And when the truth came out, every breath in that place stopped. Asterisk, what city are you watching from today? If this story resonated with you, hit subscribe for more real stories about extraordinary people. Her name on the roster was simple, unremarkable, listed among dozens of recruits sent for joint combat training. No special notes, no medals, no warning. She wore the same plain uniform, the same scuffed boots, and the same neutral expression as everyone else. She kept her head down and followed orders without argument. To the instructors, she was just another body meant to be tested. To a few aggressive trainees, she was an easy target. This training camp was designed to push limits. Long days, short nights. Pressure layered on pressure. Respect was earned through dominance, not discipline. From the first week, the tone was clear. Anyone who showed restraint was labeled weak. Anyone who stayed silent was treated as less. She stayed silent. During hand-to-hand drills, she moved with control instead of aggression. She did not show off. She did not retaliate when elbows hit too hard or when boots struck a little too late. That restraint was mistaken for fear. The comments started quietly. Smirks, insults spoken just loud enough for her to hear. Questions about whether she belonged there at all. She ignored every one of them. Then came the day they crossed the line. The drill was supposed to be controlled. A simulation meant to teach restraint under pressure. Pairs rotated quickly. When it was her turn, the instructor barely looked up. He waved her forward and assigned her to one of the loudest men in the group. He grinned when he saw her. From the first movement, he pushed beyond the rules. His grip was tighter than necessary. His strikes were careless. He wanted a reaction. When she still refused to give him one, his frustration turned into cruelty. He forced her back. His arm locked around her neck longer than allowed. The instructor did not intervene right away. Some of the others laughed. To them, it was just another recruit getting put in her place. She did not panic. Her breathing slowed. Her stance adjusted by instinct. Not the instinct of a trainee, but the instinct of someone who had been in real danger before. Someone trained to survive when rules disappeared. The moment the instructor finally shouted for a stop, she was already free. She stepped back, calm, steady, and silent. The room shifted. The man who had tried to overpower her stumbled, confused by how easily his control had vanished. His pride took the hit before his body did. He laughed it off and made another comment meant to humiliate her. She said nothing. Later that night, word spread. Embellished stories always grow teeth in places like this. By morning, a small group had decided she needed to be taught a lesson. Not officially, not on record. During a conditioning exercise, they surrounded her. Their voices were low, confident that no one would stop them. They pushed her, mocked her, challenged her to react. She looked at each of them once, calm, focused, unafraid. One of them grabbed her again. Another step closer. For a brief moment, the training ground held its breath. Then everything ended. She moved with precision so fast it looked effortless. One grip neutralized. One stance broken. One body on the ground, stunned and gasping, unharmed but completely controlled. She did not strike in anger. She did not escalate. She ended the threat and stepped back. Silence followed. The instructor who finally turned around froze at the sight. He recognized the movements instantly. Not from manuals. From experience, he ordered everyone to stand down. She straightened her uniform and waited. The commanding officer arrived minutes later, summoned urgently. He studied her face longer than anyone else had. Then his eyes dropped to her collar, to the way she stood, to details most had missed. He asked her a single question. Quietly, she answered just as quietly. The color drained from his face. He turned to the group and spoke, with a voice that carried authority earned the hard way. He told them they were standing in the presence of someone who had led operations they would only read about. Someone who had been sent here not to be trained, but to observe. She was not just a Navy SEAL. She was a decorated operator temporarily stripped of rank for a classified evaluation. The room felt smaller after that. The men who had mocked her could not meet her eyes. The instructor stood rigid, realizing how close he had come to a career-ending mistake. She did not gloat. She did not lecture. She simply said one sentence, calm and clear. Do not forget who you are training beside. The commanding officer dismissed her from the drill and addressed the rest of the unit. He spoke about discipline, about respect, about how true strength does not announce itself. She walked away the same way she had arrived, quiet, unassuming, unbroken. In the days that followed, no one challenged her. No one mocked her silence again. When she spoke, people listened. When she moved, people noticed, not because of fear, because of respect. This story is not about hidden rank or elite titles. It is about the danger of underestimating someone based on silence. It is about the strength that comes from restraint. And it is about remembering that the most powerful people in the room often have nothing to prove. What did this story make you feel? Where are you watching from? Subscribe to Soul Relief Stories for more real stories that heal the heart.